Start asking God, start praying, God, bless me with the man that I do need. That's needed.
Make me feel ugly, and I don't think I'm an ugly person. Women who are beautiful, crying, saying that nobody here wants them or desires them.
I matched with one guy. I think I'm done with the app because they're all gross.
Men should always lead and women should always navigate.
It's okay to need a man and to want a man's help.
Did you think that you becoming a doctor was going to make it easier for you to get a man? Like, I'm not even trying. It's just like men don't care.
Be careful with saying I don't need a man. You're basically putting death on yourself and your household. You're saying that there will never be a man worth needing in my house. Start asking God, start praying, God, bless me with the man that I do need. That's needed. I need his warrior spirit. I need his intelligence. I need his wisdom. I need that guiding me. I need that. I don't want to curse my household before it was ever created. I don't want to curse myself before I ever received it. Be careful with saying I don't need a man.
Family, I believe God has been dealing with me in this very area. Being more mindful about what I'm thinking, what I'm saying, and what I'm entertaining. Because whether I realized it or not, I've attracted some of those circumstances into my life. If you entertain your fears more than your dreams, you'll attract more of what you don't want versus what you do. You may be cursing yourself in the very area you've been asking God to move in. Like this wise woman says, instead of saying, I don't need a man, because that's what culture is saying, trying to keep you single. Because for real, who doesn't want a good man in their lives? Start praying for the man that you do need.
Wow. Finally realized. See, she realizes now because the men she wants are not around. They don't want any parts. And she realized it when it's too late. When she's past the baby making stage. You notice ladies saying, oh, I want a man that at least has some kids. Or don't have some kids. Right? That could be her. They want perfection and they're dealing in imperfection. Doesn't work that way. Men are not dealing with ladies of the sort. They're not doing it. So now you're aged out. And I have more women that's aged out like her.
Set some women on this app, particularly women who are in my age group. There's nothing wrong with showing emotion, showing that you're a human being. I do it. In fact, I did it a few videos back. But the message that I'm specifically talking to are the women who are 40 and over, sitting here crying and saying that nobody wants them, that people are told that they're over the hill, that they're not lovable, that they have nothing to offer in society. And I'm thinking to myself, these women are gorgeous. These women that are in their 40s, they make me feel ugly, and I don't think I'm an ugly person. Women who are beautiful, crying, saying that nobody here wants them or desires them. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't have that problem. I'm not saying that to be conceited. I'm not saying that to be conceited at all. But I have never experienced what they're experiencing just because I'm 40. And it's men my age, and I've had some younger guys come up to me, but mostly men my age still desire me and still want me, and even try to have a serious relationship with me. And I want to tell these these women who are crying about being single and unwanted over the...
Look, she said men my age. The fake up is doing a wonderful job on your face right now. As soon as he breaks down those layers, exit stage left. What you have to understand is men will do whatever to get a piece. And she takes validation as her having the man. We see it happen over and over and over again. Why? Why are you ladies so docile? Why are you thinking this way? Just because a man is showing you attention, young and old, doesn't mean they're going to stay around.
Over the age of 40, I believe, and this is just my opinion, so please don't think I'm being mean, but this is my opinion. I think that they believe that they're not worthy because they hit a certain age, or they believe their rhetoric. And the thing is, if you don't have confidence, the opposite sex can pick up on that. And either they'll attract one of two men. Men who will sense that lack of confidence and take advantage of them, or the other men who are like, oh yeah, she's beautiful, but when they get to know her, it's like no, I can't be with an insecure woman. I really believe that's what it is. Because like I said, these women that are crying, that are over 40, who are much more better looking to me than me, in my opinion, I don't think it's because of their age, and I don't think it's because of their looks. I think it's really because they don't have that self-love. I was more insecure in my 20s, but now that I've hit this age, I've developed my sense of self, and I have confidence, and I think that's what men pick up on. Like, that woman's confident. Let me talk to her. Oh, she's funny. She's smart. She doesn't mind being sexy, and she don't care what people think about her. That's why I think I get hit on, not necessarily because of the way I look. You know, it's just like I don't let people affect my worth. And I just want to let you know, life ain't over once you hit 40. Trust me, it's not.
Unless you tell it, then the world will hear lies. Or somebody who doesn't understand what's actually happening.
I just got back from a first date with a guy I met online, and I swore off online dating like a year ago, but I just had this feeling I should try again, and it wasn't bad. It was actually like I matched with one guy. I think I'm done with the app because they're all gross. Like, he was a good match, and it was a good date. I had a really nice time. Great guy. He was cuter than his pictures. Like, I would go out with him again. I just feel, I don't know if it's my age or the fact that I have 3 kids, but I am just so set in my ways now. I feel like there's just like a comfort level to my life now that I feel like it would take a lot for me to change that. And I would love a partner, you know, I would love, what are my animals doing right now? Like, what is happening? I would love some companionship, you know, somebody to share my life with. But it's just like, I feel like I'm a lot. I feel like, can we not? Thank you. I feel like, you know, look at, I've got a zoo. I've got a freaking zoo here. I've got a zoo. I've got 3 kids. I have my past. I have my ex-husband. I have, you know, my dysfunctional family. I have my, you know, my story, my sobriety. Like, I'm not a floaty 18-year-old. I'm like a full-on grown-ass adult with this like full life. But mostly, you know, it's
She said that like a drunkard. My sobriety.
it's more of like, I don't know if I'm insecure about that. I guess I'm just figuring it out. But I am so set in my ways now. It's like, you know, I love my mornings. I love my evenings. I love the way I eat my own food. I love my space. I love putting on my makeup alone. So it's like, how does somebody fit into all of that? And they've got their own stuff, you know, if they're a single dad. There's just so much. It takes so much work. Jesse, seriously. And I just don't know if I have what it takes. Maybe do any other single moms out there feel this way? Like, it would take a lot of work, a lot of effort. Is it worth it? Like, I guess so. I guess relationships are worth it. I don't know. It's a lot. I'm a lot. I've got 3 kids and 4 animals and a hot ass. So that's a lot, I guess.
3 kids, 4 animals, a hot whatever, right? And her sobriety. She's struggling with that. She must be, I say this, if you're recovering, don't mention it. Seriously. I'm not making fun of it, but don't mention it, because the way you said that, it sounds like a problem. It sounds like you get drunk and go gambling, or get drunk and you throw that hot ass that you claim you have all over the pavement. Come on now. Don't say that. Because a guy like me breaks that down. And other men do too. They listen to what you say and what you're giving us. It's not good.
Men should always lead and women should always navigate.
You're
Don't
right,
let
woman.
anyone tell you anything different. Let me explain why. It's not about one being more powerful than the other. It's about different roles that complement each other. When a man leads, it doesn't mean he controls. It means he takes responsibility. He makes decisions with love, vision, and with the weight of protecting the family. And when a woman navigates, that means that she brings her intuition, her discernment, and her ability to see things that he may miss. This is just a daily reminder to women to stop trying to play both roles. You're doing a disjustice to yourself and your man. And if you are dating, stop allowing him to get away with just doing the bare minimum. If he doesn't want to protect, lead with love, and be a provider, then you should be walking the opposite way. Because even in the Bible, it says, men are called to lead like Christ loved the church. That means with sacrifice and no ego. Lead with love and navigate with wisdom. That's how you build a foundation that will never crumble.
She had me until she said, the bare minimum. I said no. Everything she said before that and after that went totally out the window when she said the bare minimum. Why? That shows me you're listening to all of the other ladies who have said the bare minimum. You did your bare minimum research, I'm sure.
Stand that women give is when they're constantly telling us, oh, a rich man don't like that, or this type of man don't like that, or you need to be doing this if you want to get you a
Rich white men are not into tattoos, okay?
Yeah, she's telling them something for their own good, right? On this same post, the lady had Shira 7, a bunch of names, but women take the advice from these ladies, from women like her, women like Shira 7. And I want to hear more what you have to say, because on her, when she posted this, she put Shira 7 4B movement. Are you against it? I want to know, because I didn't watch the video yet. I want to know.
Men are not into women with big booties, okay? Rich white men are not into women who wear colored hair, okay? So when you're...
I don't give a what they like. I don't care if they got money coming out their ass, their armpits, their nostrils, and their mouth. I don't give a
And then not to mention all the work that shit requires. So you're literally telling me that I have to do things that I really don't want to do, that are actually not integral to my individualism, to what I actually want to do, to be able to potentially get a man. Then I have to work in and out to keep that man. Oh, you got me. That's never happening over here. I'm never.
See, now I know where she stands. She said patriarchy, 4B movement. You need to... A lot of ladies want to get a high value man. You need to meet up to their standards. So you don't want to meet up to their standards? Stay single, stay alone. Because a lot of men, even that are not high value, as you ladies like to say, you need to meet up to their standards. Because men have standards.
Taking that advice. I never have taken that advice. Not happening. Because the thing about it is that when you start making decisions in your life based off of what a man is going to think, you're already letting him know that you are controllable, you are malleable, you are moldable. And they are going to abuse that. There are literally women in the comments of that video talking about how their rich man is paying for their tattoos to get removed. Unless it's a tattoo that you regret and you don't want it on you, there should be no reason why a man is trying to get you to remove your goddamn tattoos. And the women in their comments are saying, yeah, he doesn't like my tattoos, so he's going to pay to get them removed.
He cares about what his family thinks about his partner, which means
and she's
if
old
you
school
are
lady
not
too.
representing him in a manner that is respectful, you're not going to get that rich.
She's telling ladies how to meet up to what these guys want. If you want a rich guy, you have to meet up to it. And you're shaming that. But a lot of women want the younger guy to be that guy. I'll tell you this, there are some younger rich black men who want nothing to do with you. And you wouldn't even know where to find them.
Like man, all right? Because
I literally just had a patient about 2 weeks ago. It clearly was a foreign marriage, like it was one of those, you know what I'm talking about, those mail order brides or whatever. And she was obviously with a rich man. She is on her 3rd breast implant surgery in 2 years because this man keeps changing his mind on how he wants her breasts to look. That is the life that a lot of y'all are signing up for. That's what happened to Cassie when she was with P. Diddy. Had to shave her head, had to wear white nail polish, had to do this, had to do that. You are essentially becoming a Barbie doll for this man to be able to show off and prop off to other men, because men want male validation. They're essentially using you and controlling you and getting you to fit this mold. That way you can impress other men. That way you can be a walking gift to other men because you're the value. So now you're changing yourself to add status to this man, because him being a rich man, it's never enough. Money for men is never enough because they don't have beauty. And so what they have to do, they have to find a woman that has the beauty that they don't possess, and then they are going to control and mold that woman into the beauty standard that they wish that they could have if they had a vagina instead of a Peter Whacker. That's what they're actually doing. This type of advice is never going to land well with me, because you're going to do all that shit. He's going to cheat on you. He's going to find someone else. And then guess what? You're going to be left with being a fraction of yourself because you so badly wanted to be with a rich man. We have the ability to make money now. It's crazy to me that we live in a society where women rather just willfully be weak and be lazy and not actually want to get their asses up and like work and want to do stuff to be able to be the rich man when you have the ability to be able to do it. Instead, you rather sacrifice what you enjoy. You rather sacrifice your identity just to be able to say that you're with a rich man. Crazy to me. That shit works that's good for a good time, not a long time, right? You get the money and you run, and then you go to another guy, you get the money and you run. You don't sit here and make all of these decisions based off of what a man likes and what a man doesn't like, and you're going to cater and contort and change yourself to do all these things. Hell no. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is nothing but normalizing selling your soul for a rich man. It's the same they do in the music industry. It's the same shit that they do in Hollywood. It's the same exact thing. Crazy that we are still giving this advice to women.
Yeah, well, actually, I don't suggest a woman change her body. But still, she's leaning more on the side of do nothing for a man. Why? Because in the post, it showed 4B, patriarchy, a stone cold feminist.
I have the degrees. I guess you would say I make the money. But I thought it was like common knowledge that wasn't gonna like help me get a man. Like I feel like I keep having the same conversations over and over, like with my friends, and like, man, the more money I got, the harder it is dating, the more this or that. I'm like, no, Sherlock, like we're all in the same boat, but it's like, I don't think that was the intention. Like when you're making, all the money and stuff, our money is our money. Like our degrees and stuff are for us. Like you wanted to be a doctor since you were a kid. Like, did you think that you becoming a doctor was going to make it easier for you to get a man? Like, did you think you making $1 million a year was going to make it easier for you to get a man? Good luck with you. Men play on a different scoreboard than us. They're more shallow. Like they care about looks. They care about, if anything, they care about how you like make them feel, like ego wise. Like I don't know most men that care about your money unless they need it. I'm dead ass. Like I'm not even trying to be slick or like, like I'm not even trying to. It's just like men don't care. And I think they don't care because they know that for the most part, most women are not going to break bread with them. Like, most women, when they get a lot of money, we're getting prenuptial agreements. Like, damn right. If I had millions of dollars before I married you and you were making $100K a year, I'm getting a prenuptial agreement. But if it was like the shoe was on the other foot, we'd be like, oh, well, you're thinking about divorce. Like, why? I don't even know why you're thinking about that. If a woman makes $1 million a year, some women would still want a man that made $1,001 just to say he had more or like equal or more than what she had. Even if, like, okay, I'll give you an example. This is probably maybe not your relationship goals, but like say JT and Lil Uzi. I bet you Lil Uzi's probably paying most of her bills. And she's a millionaire probably by herself. JT has her own career, not a job, a career. And why do you think that is? Why do you think that is, that even though she's rich, she still is somewhat of a kept woman? You could argue it's because of what she puts up with. And that's a fair argument. We don't know what happens behind the scenes. But I very much think JT doesn't give that energy, at least at home, that I don't need a man. I don't need a man. She's very much the type that gives off my man, my man, my man. Every day in the comments, she's like always like, oh, like speaking very highly of him, speaking up when people talk down on him. Like, the trick is, you can have all the money in the world. If you're not fine, men don't want you. I don't know if I said anything profound here, but if you're not fine as men do not want you. Women that are pretty will always have options. And I want to say another thing, it doesn't even matter how old you are. Like whether you're 20 or whether you're 60, if you're fine, you're going to have options. I'll tell you right now, the pretty rich women are not having any trouble finding a man. The pretty women that still are like kind of soft and still give off like know how to stroke a man's ego, know how to let a man still do things for them, and aren't giving like super hyper independent, they're still getting that princess treatment. They're still getting tricked on. They're still getting their bills paid. They're still getting flued out. Even if they have their own careers, millions of dollars in the bank, they're still getting houses bought for them.
Much what she's saying, as the other ladies are saying, I need to change to get a man. You already know. You probably don't know it's too late, but it is, right? Because men want to catch you, even if you're rich, at a younger age, and be able to work with you. A lot of times men stay away from the rich ladies. We don't care. We don't care what money you earned. All we care about, you're right, is that face card. If the face card is down here, men don't want to be bothered. But you said it. I'm not eligible, because you said, didn't we want to be doctors and lawyers? Yes, you did. Enjoy life on your own.
Sayonara. Adios.
Goodbye. But I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this, but it's okay to need a man and to want a man's help. I know you're probably already looking at me and thinking, you have no idea the things that I've experienced. I've been let down so many times with romantic partners, with non-romantic partners, with father figures, with brothers, friends, whatever that has looked like for you. I know, I get it, I've been there. And I know we hear this in society all the time. I don't need a man. And I'm a woman, I can do it myself. Why can't I just do it myself? I can multitask. And while yes, we can do it ourselves, it doesn't mean that we have to. Not all men are out to get you and are out to hurt you. And I know that it's hard to believe because we've experienced so much as a society. I get it. I have been there and I have been hurt too. But I want you to know that there's so much freedom when you're able to let go of the idea that all men are out there to hurt you and to get you, because it's just not true. There's a lot of amazing men out there, and I know that they're not easy to find because they're not everywhere, but they're out there and they actually want to help you and they want to provide for you, not only emotionally, but physically, but financially, but spiritually. There's amazing men that want to offer you your help, that want to give you help, that want to be there for you. But if you have the mentality that they're all the same, you're never going to be there.
She's right, but those numbers are dwindling down. The numbers of men that want to do that are almost close to damn near maybe around 20%, 10%, but men are not ready and willing to do it anymore because of what's been done. And see, you may have been like, I don't know you. You may still want to be soft. You may be cut from a different cloth. But men are tired. Men need a break. It's kind of like the Kit Kat commercial. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Break me off a piece of that. Don't break me off a piece of that modern woman, right? Bring it back to the old school. So therefore, what men are doing, traveling out and finding an old school minded woman to deal with, because they are in the States, but it's hard to find them. But other than that, yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Peace out. See you next video.